Hey, this is Will, and in this lesson, we are going to start setting up our Kubernetes worker nodes by installing the worker binaries. So, before we can set up our Kubernetes services on the worker nodes, first we need to install the binary files. So, we need to get logged into our two worker nodes, and I'm using my third and fourth cloud server, these two cloud servers, as my worker nodes. And I'm going to go ahead and get logged into those cloud servers using these two public IPs right here. So I'm logged into my two workers, and I'm going to be entering commands for both workers simultaneously. And I have the one over here on the left. I made that a little bit bigger so that you'll be able to see these commands more clearly. But I have them side by side. Over here on the right is my second worker node, and I'm going to be inputting these commands into both. So feel free to use something like multi-exec or tmux to enter commands simultaneously for both worker nodes. If you don't have access to those or you don't have those set up, then you can just enter the commands manually. And of course, as always, you can find the commands in the description to this video if you want to follow along. So the first thing I need to do is there are some required packages that I need to install on both of my servers. So I'm going to do a sudo apt-get -y install, and the three packages that I'm going to install are socat and contract, and finally ipset. So I'm just going to install these three packages using one command. So now I've installed my packages, and this next command I'm just going to paste in because it's kind of a long command. And what I'm doing is I'm using wget to download the different binary files that we need. So some of this is required dependency software like CRICTL, we've got runsc, we've got runc, we have some CNI plugins, and the ones we're really going to be focusing on the most are containerd, kubectl, kubeproxy, and kubelet. So those are the things we're really going to be working with directly. But for right now, we need to download all these files. So I'm going to go ahead and run that command. And that's going to download those files onto both of my worker nodes. Now that those files are finished downloading, I need to complete the process of getting them moved into the proper locations and getting all those files with the correct permissions. So I'm going to create some directories, and I'm just going to use this command to create a series of directories all in one command. So I'm creating this cninet.d, cnibin, varlib kubelet, kubeproxy, Kubernetes, and of course var run Kubernetes. This is just a series of directories we're going to need in order to install these binaries. So I'll run that command to create all those directories. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a chmod +x to make some of these files executable. So some of them are going to need to be executed. Therefore, I need to add that executable permission to the files so that they can be executed on the system. And I'm going to do that chmod +x on kubectl and kubeproxy and kubelet, as well as this runc.amd64 file and runsc. So I'm going to make all those files executable. Then I'm going to go ahead and rename that runc.amd64 to just runc. So I've just used a mv command to just rename that file. Now I'm going to start moving some of these files into place. So I'm going to do a sudo mv, and I'm going to move kubectl and kubeproxy and kubelet, and of course my runc and my runsc files. I'm going to move those into user/local/bin. And that's going to be the location where these files are going to live so that they can be accessed on this system. So I've moved those files into user local bin, and you may have noticed that some of the files that we downloaded earlier are actually archives. For example, this one right here is just a tar.gz file. So we're going to need to extract those archive files. And we can do that with a simple tar-xvf command. And first, I'm going to extract that CRI-CTL file. And I'm going to extract it with a -C into my user/local/bin. So next, we're going to do a sudo tar-xvf again. This time, we're going to extract that CNI plugins archive. And I'm going to do the -C again. And I'm going to extract that into opt/cni/bin. And there's one more file that I need to extract. So I'm going to do the sudo tar-xvf. And that's my containerd archive. So I'm going to extract that containerd archive file, -C. And this one, I'm just going to extract into the root directory of /. So now I have downloaded all the binaries, I've made them executable, and I've extracted my archives and moved all my files into the correct location. So I've successfully installed the binaries, and I'm ready to go ahead and start setting up my services, which we'll do over the next few lessons.